These AirPods are so great. I'm going to check my YouTube feed. It's AetherPods Productions with only Kamanji. Kamanji. Hey, it's Kamanji from AetherPods Productions. And yeah, I'm back. So recently, the new AirPods Pro got released. And I decided that I wanted to make a video about them. Look at that price. Considering that I don't really have enough money to get them, I'm gonna make a DIY version instead. It's gonna be just as good. Okay, ready? Let's get to the materials. Firstly, you're gonna need a nice pair of scissors. These are what's gonna cut your AirPods. And secondly, while this is optional, you're gonna want your earpods. This is for the more advanced version of the AirPods Pro. More on that later. Thirdly, you're gonna want a floss container. This is what's gonna be your AirPod case. And last but not least, you're going to want a pair of rubber earbuds. And really, any pair will do. We're going to use our rubber earbuds. Of course, you're going to have to open it up first. This is so difficult to open. How are you supposed to do this? Nobody buy this. I know it's not for sale. I got it for a freebie, but actually nobody buy this. It's so difficult to open. Oh my God. Difficult to open. Oh my God. Oh, this is headphone jack. You can't use this anyway if you have an iPhone 7 or higher. So now we're gonna cut them. Except be really careful. If you really need to know, then make sure to check out my last video. I'll put the link in the description. And now you actually have two different options for cases. The first option is this. This is the case that I used in our previous video for our regular AirPods. Works very well. And it already has our AetherPods Productions logo on it, but it sort of faded off a little, I think. I don't really know why. Maybe it just doesn't like how good of an artist I am. And then we've got this bigger one, which you might recognize from the last video too. And this one has a lot more storage in it. So for this variant, we're going to use the old case. And so in case you didn't already know, you can open it up like this, take out the floss and take out the plastic divider. And to put it in, you just put them in. Closes like that, and then you close this, and bang, there you go. You have your finished AirPod Pros. This is the first option for your AirPods. Wow, it's noise canceling. Wait, what? I can't hear you because I'm rich. So the way that we do the second option is we actually take our earpods. And if you haven't already, you should cut off the stem, except be really careful. If you really need to know, then make sure to check out my last video. I'll put the link in the description. So now that you have our cut earpods, these actually resemble real AirPods now, except the one thing they don't have is the little rubber earbud part. So the way we fix this is we actually take the rubber earbud from this old earbud and put it on our new AirPods. This is what really sells the idea that it's AirPods Pro. The most efficient way that I've found to remove it on this kind of headphone at least is to bend the rubber backwards. And once you've bent it backwards, you can just pull it all the way out. And so for me, mine is pretty bad quality, so it came out with the wire. And so be really careful and make sure not to touch it, but pull it off of the pole so that it's just this plain earbud part. So now that we have this, what do we do with it? You can't just connect it here, it doesn't work like that. So we actually have a very neat method. So if you really don't want to ruin your already broken earpods, then this version will work very well. It's not permanent, but it sort of does sell the idea. So if yours goes in like a pole like this, then you can just squeeze it. So that's the same shape as the AirPod opening. And then push it in. And once you have it in, it most definitely will not stay in place, but for the moment, it looks a little fine. So if you put it in your ears, then it... So this is why you shouldn't use this one. You'd only use this option if you neither want to hurt the earbud nor your broken AirPods. So the second way that I found actually works really well. And this is how you do it. You need your scissors and one of the rubber earbuds. And along the edge, you'll find this little line. So what I'm going to do is cut it off from that line. I'll speed it up and I'll see you later. So here's my result. I'm not really good at cutting things, but here's what I got. It's sort of neat. And this should work pretty well. So now let's finish the second one, get on to the next part. For the second one, this was actually a lot quicker, and it looks a little bit neater. The trick I found is to scrunch it up and just cut it right there. Now let's get on to the next part. Oh, shoot. Now, remember, this is a real disclaimer. If you don't want to ruin your already broken earpods, then do not follow through with this version of how to make your AirPod Pros. This is a very permanent option, and so there's no way of heading back after this. Okay. If you're watching this, then don't get mad at me if you ruin your earpods. So this way actually uses glue. So all we have to do is apply glue to the inside of this and then put it on the outside of the earpod. And then we should be very close to being done with this. Ready? It's fine. Let's just try the second one, and this one will probably work a little bit better. So, my gluing idea didn't really work, and so, my next idea is scratch that. Don't use glue. This is still a permanent option, and it should work pretty well. We're not using glue, but instead, we're using tape. Scotch tape for that fact. This is not sponsored. Okay. We're going to do the same thing, but better, because we're using tape. Ready? So, my first one didn't go out so well, except now that we have more experience with this, let's try it on the second one, and it should hopefully work. Now for the AirPod case. So this big one can definitely fit them. It actually resembles the real one. And so, all we have to do is cut it. You know what? It's actually really difficult to cut along the side. So, let's just put it in through the top. Okay, so got these. Thanks for watching I Like Cheese Productions. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our newest videos. And like always, this is Kamanji out. Let's actually put it in. And I've got an idea. I will snap my fingers and count down from 3. And let's see what happens. Maybe it'll fix or something. I don't really know. Alright, let's just do it. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Wait, did that actually work? Oh my god. Oh, shoot! I Like Cheese Productions with only Kamanji.